Okay, let's learn about the default HTML page structure. This is the code that you need to start off every single HTML page with. So let's go ahead and wipe out our first line of code here. And then what we'll do is use these angle brackets. This is how HTML looks. It's full of these angle brackets. And the first thing we'll do is angle bracket, exclamation point, and then doc type. And then we'll just say HTML, just like that. Sometimes you'll see this capitalized. The whole line is capitalized. We're just going to leave it like this. That's fine. Okay, so this is our doc type declaration. We're saying, hey, you know what? This is an HTML document. All of the following code is related to HTML. Okay, you need to have this. This is a best practice. So that has to be the opening line of every single HTML page. Now, throughout this series, make sure that you pause often and make sure that you are listening very closely to these explanations. Okay, this is how it's going to go a lot. I'm going to write some code and then I'll explain it. Write some code and explain. We're going to keep doing that, but you need to pause and make sure that you understand the explanations. Don't just get into the habit of copycatting all of the code. You won't really learn a lot that way. Okay, so make sure you are paying attention. Okay, so the next line we need to have for an HTML document is right here. It's our opening HTML tag, and then we'll have our closing tags right below, like this. And then inside of there, what we're going to do is have our head tags like this, and we need our closing head tag underneath, and then our body tag, and our closing body tag. Okay, so notice that the closing tags have these forward slashes in them. Now, technically, we should tab all of this inward. So I'm going to highlight all of this stuff and tab it using my tab key like this. So I've tabbed them all inward, and I'm using a tab size of 2 spaces here in Sublime Text. Okay, so you can control that right here at the bottom in Sublime Text, or you can check the Sublime Text preferences for it. Okay, so the reason why we tab that in is whenever you nest tags, if you notice these head tags and these body tags, they are nested inside of the HTML tags. Anytime you nest within a set of tags, you have to tab them inwards. Now, sometimes you'll see the head and body tags are not tabbed inwards, because they are still just one of the very first tags you have to have in an HTML document. That'll make more sense as you see more of these documents. We'll leave them tabbed inwards for now. Inside of here, you'll also see as a best practice the title tag and a closing title tag, usually right next to each other like that, not broken out on separate lines. Again, notice I tabbed inward here because I'm nested now inside of these head tags. Okay, so watch what the title tag does. If we go over here and we just say HTML page and save the file, so Command S on a Mac to save, you can do Control S on Windows, or just go up to and click File and save that way. Okay, if you save the file and then go back over here to your browser and refresh it, looking at that same page, you'll see all of that text is gone. We wiped away that text, but if you look closely at that browser tab now, you'll see the text has changed there. It's what we put inside of these title tags right here. Okay, the text that you put inside of those tags shows up now as the title. Okay, now these body tags right here, this is where you're going to actually spend most of your time, is inside of here. Anything that goes inside of the body tags is the entire white space. It's the entire body of the document. Okay, so that's where you're going to be spending most of your time when you're writing HTML. Okay, so this is the bare minimum set of code that we need for an HTML document. Okay, for it to be considered a valid document, then you need to have these tags right here. Okay, so it seems like a lot to memorize, but you will get used to it as you write more HTML documents. Just keep in mind, this is the boilerplate set of code you need to get started with any HTML document.